Hi everybody, it's Carolyn and welcome back. Today I'm going to do my second quarter of the makeup use up for 2016. This was started by Elle. Elle is for living. I will link the original video below where she started this, and she has all the names of the women that were doing this challenge. And so if you want to check on anybody's progress and see how they're doing, I've watched several of you and you've been doing extremely well. I've used a couple things. Actually, I've laid a couple things right here, I do believe. Maybe I picked them up. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I have on here is my It CC foundation, and I still have a little bit up there. I've been using this, but I haven't been, I could have already used it up probably. I'm going to the beach soon, so I'll probably take this with me to the beach because of it having the SPF in it. So, haven't quite used that up yet, but I know I'll use this up before the end of the year. So, okay, the Benefit Professional Primer. I told you guys about it. I tried to use it, and finally I just threw it out because I don't know what it was with it, whether it was just the silicone, but some of the primers I use, it has silicone to it, but I don't know what it was, but it just kept breaking my face out, and I have enough issues with my face breaking out, so I just threw it out. So the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, it is just, well, there's some air in here too. It's just a little bit down here at the end. I mean, there's air in there, but there's not much left in here at all. So I've made really good progress on that. The NARS Eye Primer, I think I showed this to you last time that I had finished this one. I've tried to keep everything because I don't really have a whole lot. And then that way at the end of the year, then I know exactly what I've done. I have used all of the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. So I had some concealers on my list, try to use up some concealer, so I've done that. The It Brow Power Liner, for your brows. I've used it some. I've tried some. But I just used the L'Oreal, what's it called? Brow Power or something like that. Brow Stylist. Anyway, it's just a brush on. It's like Gimme Brow. I used to always use Gimme Brow. That is one of my favorites. But I started using L'Oreal because it was a lot less. And with having bangs, you don't really see my eyebrows that much. So I don't really, I keep them plucked and all that kind of stuff. But I don't really, I don't have a lot of sparseness or anything like that. So these, for me, I haven't been doing well at all. Along with the gel from Anastasia, just clear gel. Sometimes I'll use this, not put anything on, just kind of make sure they stay where I want them to. So I've made a little bit more progress on this, but it's not finished. So I have down 3 black eyeliners. Well, the one that I've used the most has been the, because it's one of my favorites too. It's the MAC, oh, what's the name of this one? Black Ice. So that one, still got a little ways to go on, but I've gone a long way on that one. I wish I had marked it or something. Now this one I do pick up, but I haven't used it as much, and it's little. I do like this one. I think I have this one on today. It's the Aqua Eyes by Makeup Forever, and I still, this one, it seems like when I sharpen it, it wants to just break. So I don't know if I've waited too long on that one or not, but I'm going to see if I can make it work some more. Okay. Estee Lauder blush in Plum. Going through a blush is a hard thing to do. This one is probably the oldest one that I have, and you know, it's in this packaging here, and you know, you can see that, well, maybe you can, that there's a big dip in it, but wow, it I mean, I don't mind wearing some of the same blushes, you know, but I kind of get tired of it after a while, or depending on what eyeshadow I have on. So I've made more progress with this, but it's still not finished. Oh, I didn't pick that up because I wanted to show you that one. Wait, let me get it. I also will pick this up. Oh, okay. So I can tell you what kind of, I wanted to tell you what kind of brow product I'm using. It's the Brow Stylist Plumper by L'Oreal. And so instead of the Gimme Brow, which is, you know, like $20, $22, this is, I think, under 10. And so I just switched and started buying this, and it works fine. I mean, you know, it's not a huge, it's a difference, but it's not a big enough difference for me to you know, spend the 22 versus less than 10. So, okay, the other product was, this was full, and this is the Clinique Translucent Powder. Let me get it, and you can see that I'm making a pretty good dent on it. It's still, it's still 3/4 of the way probably full. But every time I put my makeup on, I have been using that one. I've been making a really good effort on that one. The Too Faced bronzer, I've used and used and used, and my little pan part's gotten bigger where you can see pan on it. But I still have a ways to go on that one. But I do love this one. It does smell like chocolate. Okay, the Ulta Quad eyeshadows. I had this. This was probably one of the oldest ones that I had multiple, I mean, you know, like a quad in. And it's Girly Girl. I used to wear this a lot. I still even got the little thing on. I saved stuff, I don't know. But you can see I've put some dent in it. But this is another thing. It depends on what I'm wearing, or you know, sometimes you just want to change. Eyeshadow is one of my weakest points. You know, I've always loved eyeshadow. There's other things that I could just buy over and over and over. But eyeshadows, I mean, there's certain ones, of course, that I like better. And I have gotten better as far as, you know, having to have this and this and this and this, you know. I have gotten better about that. But I get bored, you know. Even though, I have to say, that Lorac Pro 3, got it on again today. Wearing the heck out of that thing. Love it. Okay. 2 lipsticks. No. I haven't finished any. I haven't really been working on 2 in particular. And I can probably tell you that won't happen either, you know, because I'm just the world's worst about putting on lipstick. I'll do good. I'll sit down, and I love to sit down and put my makeup on. And I'll put some lipstick on then. That's it. I never put it on again. I don't. There might be a lipstick in my pocketbook right now. I don't know. I'm sure there's probably a chapstick in there, but a lipstick, maybe not. You know, I know that's weird because most people, you know, that's one of their things, and that's what they'll have in their purse. But okay, 2 perfumes. Well, the grapefruit one just had to go away. It was, you know, the one that I had by Fresh. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And then Pure Grace. Well, she's gone down some, but since I got that Chanel, oh oh my gosh, that's all I want to wear. And when I put on perfume, that's what I wear. And I love that stuff. It just smells so good. So, yeah. The Elle Mist and Set, I don't know what's happened to it. I told y'all when I moved my room around and I changed and put my makeup on this side in another desk and kind of, I got rid of quite a lot. I don't know what I did with it. I have not ran across it. So I never was a huge fan, but I don't know where it is. So then let's see, where's the other one? What else do I have on here? Oh, the Timeless Hydrating Eye Cream. I have finished it. I even took and, unscrewed it and got as much as I could out. And you can't really, I don't know if you can really see down there, but there's nothing in there. I mean, I could probably take a Q-tip and get a little bit, maybe if I bent it around up in there. But I didn't see any noticeable difference using this. So, I finished it, and I wouldn't repurchase it. I've got some other things that I'm using, and I like them just fine. So, okay, let me see if I've gotten everything. I said that I was going to I pulled these out because I said, I don't know if I've written them down here though. I don't see it. But I pulled these out, and they're two of the ColourPop shades. And one is in Desert, the other one is in Smash. I've used them, but I have where you can see the little silver part there in the middle. But I have so many eyes, and there you can see I've used quite a bit of that one. Do I think I'll make this at the end of the year? Doubtful. But I think eyeshadows and blush is a really hard thing to say I'm going to finish. I'd never say I was going to finish an entire palette. I wouldn't want to. I mean, I wouldn't want to unless I just picked it up every day like I've been picking up the Lorac 3. I mean, it's not my thing just to pull out one and say I want to finish it. For a lot of people that's cool, because they want to use it before it goes bad, which eyeshadows and that kind of thing, more powdery type products are going to last longer. But, I get bored. Even though this has been, I must say with this, it has been eye-opening in a lot of ways because I see what my favorites are as far as what I reach for or what I want to reach for every day. So it's showing me a lot of things that, hey, I don't love this as much as I do this. I wouldn't repurchase this where I would repurchase this. So that's been helpful in showing me that. And also to just use things, to have it out there and use it. And I see so much, I had a lot of makeup before, but I've acquired a lot of makeup while being on YouTube. All of us have. We want to try all the new stuff. Any of us that really like beauty, we want to try all these things and see how it is. And then we can tell you what we think about it, or, if we took it back or whatever. I never buy stuff, review it, take it back. I don't do that. I buy it if I want it. I've got to, want it. Now, if I hate it, I'll take it back. So, I see where I need to use up a lot of things or use them more, show them more love than I do, because I bought them for a reason. I thought that I had to have it, or that I really loved it, when I first got it. So, I have slowed down my makeup buying over the past year, I would say, or almost a year. Big time in the last 6 months. But But have I changed it for another obsession of buying crafting things? Maybe. You know, I bought a lot of crafting things. But I don't know. I don't know. It is eye-opening to look around and see what you use, what you don't, trying to use things up. So anyway, I'm glad that I have finished some things. It does feel good to finish up some things because we don't go through a lot in makeup. I mean, it takes a long time. So anyway, I hope this was helpful, that you enjoyed it, and let me know how your makeup use up is going. So I will see you in the next video. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.